Main Video 718. Subscribe to the channel. Hit that like button. You got something to say? Let's have a conversation.
What I have on the phone right now.
This is me, r.kelly. I hope you recognize my voice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. How are you holding up in there?
By no choice.
Yeah.
I have to.
Yeah.
Got a lot of fans, my family, my kids. I have to hold up.
Yeah. Yeah. I heard you're going through some health issues right now also.
Vlad TV.
Well, yeah, I've been getting taken care of, I hope, now. I'm on a lot of blood thinners and things like that. I'm just trying to get better pain medicine and things. So I'm battling that a little bit right now. I don't have much time, but the simple thing is that I
Vlad TV.
had an operation on my Achilles, and it had been stretched, and I ended up having a cast on, getting a cast put on my
Vlad
ankle,
TV.
and it was supposed to come off in 2 weeks, and it didn't come off for 2 months. And as a matter of fact, I've complained about it, hadn't come off, so I ended up taking a walking cane, as I told everybody, and I ended up beating the cast off myself.
Vlad TV.
And because it had been swollen, sore, itching, I couldn't get to the itch, so the night before Christmas I took it off myself, and after that I started trying to go to therapy, but I couldn't finish therapy because it was too sore, my whole leg by that time. I was in severe pain, so when I complained about it, I kind of mentioned to them that it was I thought it was a blood clot, but I'm not a doctor. But and they said that it wasn't blood clot. But and I went back to my cell, still in severe pain. A couple more weeks, another week passed by, a couple more weeks or whatever.
Vlad TV.
And I ended up going to the doctor for a checkup, and come to find out that it wasn't just blood clot, but my whole leg was full of blood clots, and they ended up keeping me. And I ended up staying in the hospital for 6 days, and I have nothing against anybody, man, but this is my health, so that's why I spoke out on it. I was very frustrated, very mad, and very concerned about my health because, I'm not supposed to be the one guessing my diagnosis or what's wrong with me, around a bunch of doctors or nurses. I was supposed to be, they supposed to be telling me what it is, and for me to say what I thought it was, and then, be told it wasn't, then it ended up being exactly that and more.
Vlad TV.
Brought very growing concerns right away. So that was my problem. So, but now I would hope it's been rectified. I'm on blood thinners now, and I'm feeling a little better, but I still have pain, and I'm just waiting on better pain medicine so I can just get through the day peacefully and get back to dealing with this BOP situation, which is what I called you actually to read you. Because I don't want to be scrambling on this phone. I only got like 15 minutes, which I got like 12 minutes now.
Okay. Well, go ahead and put out what you want to put out there.
And I appreciate it, Well, so
Vlad TV.
back in 2019, while I was being held in the BOP at the MCC in Illinois, a BOP federal disciplinary hearing officer, which is like the judge in the Bureau of Prisons. She's a judge.
Vlad TV.
She was illegally accessing my federal restricted law enforcement information, my jail records, meaning my recorded phone calls and my emails. Not only did the officer illegally access my restricted information, but she accessed it 153 different times during the course of 6 months. While I was being detained here. This is all according to a search warrant. This is not me saying this. This is what the search warrant says that was executed on the BOP officer after she had done it.
Vlad TV.
This BOP officer, whom they are identifying as Officer A for the last 4 years, she was not arrested. She still hasn't been arrested, and we still don't even know who she is. She tore off every corner of each page where the dates and times would be, and illegally sent my jail records to her own personal Gmail account. This is all according to the search warrant. But she didn't stop there. BOP Officer A then gave
Vlad TV.
that 6 months worth of my federal restricted information to a female, famous female, and very influential YouTube blogger by the name of Tasha K, who not only
Vlad TV.
illegally received my restricted federal law enforcement information, but the blogger Tasha K stated out of her own mouth on her Unwind with Tasha K YouTube blog that she shared that restricted information with my girlfriend at the time, who after seeing it,
Vlad
who after
TV.
seeing that information got very, very mad at me to the point she was scorned and became the government's main star witness in my New York case, testifying against me.
Vlad TV.
Now, those federal restricted phone calls and emails contain 6 months worth of lovey-dovey conversations between me and my other girlfriend at the time. And their plan was to get the
Vlad TV.
the girlfriend who Tasha K showed those conversations to mad enough so they could turn her against me and have her say whatever they wanted her to say about me on the stand.
This call is from a federal prison.
Which was witness tampering.
Vlad TV.
Okay, and the girlfriend is who?
I can't say names because she's a part of the case.
Okay.
I just can't call their names, but people that know the case, they know what's what. You know, all I can say is this is the story and this is what happened. You know, they got her mad enough with showing my records because the point is that she shouldn't have showed my records. The BOP officer was not authorized to use my federal records. It's private. It's confidential. It's federal. You know, all of this is illegal. Federal crimes committed by Officer A and Tasha K, and God knows who else. Because by the BOP Officer A stealing my federal restricted phone calls and emails,
Vlad TV.
giving it to Tasha K, and then Tasha K showing it to government witnesses, caused the outcome of my trial. Because my girlfriend that they showed the illegal information to was 90% of my case. So if they hadn't shown it to her, she would be still supporting and loving me. This is why I want people to write to the Department of Justice concerning the investigation into BOP Officer A and blogger Tasha K, because the Department of Justice
Vlad TV.
is the governing body of our laws. And if the BOP, the Bureau of Prisons, is not safe when it comes to our federal restricted law enforcement information, then no one can trust the outcome of their trials. No one. This officer is not a kid
Vlad TV.
and knew exactly what she was doing when she gave all of my restricted information, phone calls, and emails to the blogger Tasha K prior to my trial. I hadn't even gone to trial when they were doing this. This was in 2019 and 2020. The officer was well aware
Vlad TV.
of the possibilities of what giving all my restricted information to blogger Tasha K could have done to me in my case. Officer A knew that it could hurt me in my case, in which it did. This is not just some BOP employee, but this is a judge in the Bureau of Prisons who committed these crimes against me. And there is a professional code of ethics that these people are supposed to follow.
Vlad TV.
They're trained to follow. And they took an oath promising you and me and the public that they would follow that code of ethics. Because that code of ethics represents what integrity, honesty, law, justice are supposed to look like. It's supposed to represent what our Constitution, our due process, and our equal rights are supposed to look like. Which is why what disciplinary hearing Officer A did is problematic.
Vlad TV.
She showed no integrity. She showed no honesty and no kind of respect for that code of ethics. She showed no respect for her job, her colleagues, the law, or our judicial.
This call is from a federal prison.
When she decided to break those laws and jeopardize my rights to a fair trial, which automatically jeopardized my life and my freedom. Almost son, man. I'm sorry.
Vlad TV.
Now, some people out there may say, well, you had your day in court, and he was, R. Kelly had his day in court, and he was found guilty by a jury of his peers and everything. Well, here's the problem with that. The jury knew absolutely nothing about a federal BOP officer stealing,
Vlad
scanning,
TV.
and sharing all of my restricted jail records with a YouTube blogger who was sharing that and sharing my jail records with government witnesses in the very same case that jury sat in.
Vlad TV.
Now, I know that there's people out there that may not like me or believe what they believe what they hear about me. And it's okay because they're entitled to their opinions about me.
Vlad TV.
And I respect that. But my constitutional rights are supposed to look like their constitutional rights. My due process is supposed to look like their due process.
Vlad TV.
Okay, now if this is the case, wouldn't this be a basis of a retrial or an appeal?
This would be the case of an investigation being done on Officer A and Tasha K because they was not arrested. They were not charged for their crimes. These are crimes. I've been looking on TV and I've been seeing all of this stuff about Trump and seeing all of this stuff about, all of these law. All I hear every day on the news and everywhere else is the law is the law. Don't matter who you are. They even did it with me. I mean, the law is the law. Anybody that breaks the law, don't care who it is, nobody's above the law. Well, these are very high up federal crimes that were committed against me. And nothing's been done about it in 4 years.
Vlad TV.
And these are crimes that affected my trial. They affected my life. They affected my case. You cannot witness tamper. I didn't even get bond. I don't even have a criminal background. And I didn't even get a bond. Why? Because they said I was going to witness tamper. But while I'm sitting in jail, they were witness tampering.
Vlad TV.
And what makes it criminal because Tasha K could have never witness tampered if she hadn't had the information that was provided to her by the law, which was a disciplinary hearing officer, a BOP officer that gave it to her, which makes her aid and abet Tasha K's crimes. There's no other way to put it because there is no other way to see it because this is exactly what happened. And I wouldn't be on the BOP's phone while I'm